That's all it really comes to. I think again, another video I watched this morning was like money doesn't make you happy, which is a discussion that's been had for a while. And I think I finally would say it does make you happy because I could tell you right now, if I had more money, I would be less stressed.
Yeah,
So
I think the it's like to point to talk about that more. I think what people say, and I think this is also true. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like having money is nice, just not even from a material
yeah,
perspective, but just having a safety net and just feeling comfortable in life. But I think on the other side of that is, and this kind of happened with me too. I realized when I got I got a big raise about a year ago, um, and it was a raise that I thought was going to make me totally happy where I worked. Like, oh, I could work here forever if I got this raise. Like, this is like amazing. Like, I never thought I would make this much money. Like, whatever. But then when you get there, and this is something that I think is like part of all human beings in general, is that you know, it's you always want more, no matter at what stage you're at. It's the reason why, like, if you're a lot of millionaires out there don't give to charity because they still think they don't have enough, even though they
mm,
obviously do. Even though even a few years prior they may have thought that they had enough. But there's always like that bar always kind of raises up and up and up, and having more money should make you a little bit more happy, but you should also kind of have that. I think you should have that thought in the back of your mind that it's like, you always want to keep improving. You always not just not just making more money, but improving yourself along the way, so that you don't get lost in this like endless thing of like greed or
yeah.
lust or like whatever. Um, but yeah, I
I
mean,
mean, it comes down to also because like kind of like you said, the more money you make is the more money you make. Most people spend more money. So like, all right, I was making let's say 50,000 a year. And I was spending 30,000 a year on necessities. Well, now I'm making 60,000 a year, so let me just go ahead and spend 45,000 a year on necessities. And like you like, oh, now I'm making 100,000 a year. Let me go ahead and spend 90,000. And they just people don't seem to the percentage increases with the raise. Like I make more so I can spend more. It's the people who are rich are the ones that make more and use the money to spend less. So like
hmm,
I think the three biggest things people spend money on are food, housing, and I want to say maybe I forget what the third one is, but those are the two biggest ones.
hmm,
So if you don't have bills to worry about, you could save more money. But at the same time, if you're not the kind of person who could save money, you're not going to. So if you're paying like $2,000 a month to live in your apartment or something, and you pay it off at the beginning of the year, you're like here's $24,000, I'm done for the year. That generally means you now have $2,000 extra a month to do something with,
hmm,
and like you're either going to spend it on stupid shit, or you're going to do something smart with it, and that $2,000 becomes a lot more.
hmm.
So I wouldn't say in terms the money does make you happy, depending on what it is that's making you sad. I guess you could quote unquote. So for someone like
Right.
me, I could probably live in a one bedroom place and be pretty happy. But to go up a little, I've never been like a big house person. I would not. I don't want a big house because I'm a terrible cleaner, and I'd have to hire a maid, and then that's just too much more money.
And then she steals all your shit, and then
Yeah, and then she steals all the silverware, and or he. I mean, I'm not sexist, but I'm just so that's all it really comes down to is money. No matter how, I don't care what year you look at. I don't care. You go back to 4000 BC when you're trading like rocks and shit. Like whatever currency you have is always going to be a factor with emotion. So yes,
Mhm.
there are rich people who are sad, but they might not be sad because they're rich. They like might just be a sad person. I don't,
Well,
So
everyone needs to be fulfilled differently. They
yeah,
so it depends on what it is that you really want. And I think
and
that's
that's
a good thing for people to strive for is really identify what you want in the different areas of your life first, right? Like you look at
yeah,
your relationship, what you want with your relationship, what you want with your family, what you want with your friends, what you want with your career, what you want with just yourself and your hobbies in general, and like how you want to spend your free time, and then decide how much that you could. And I think the cool part about it that people might forget about, like even myself, I haven't really done it. I really should, but you can quantify how much money it would cost for you to have that life.
Oh
Essentially,
yeah.
once you have a target goal, then I mean, not only will
Well,
you feel better, but now you can. I mean, in terms of investing too, like you know what you would have to invest to get to where you want to go.
yeah, and that's what I did this morning. There's like a retirement thing, and it's like, how old are you? How much do you make a year? How much do you plan on spending in your retirement? What age do you want to retire? And it tells you percentage-wise how you're doing. So the guy I was watching wanted to spend like 4,000 a month once he was retired, and he was only making. I mean, he makes a lot of money, but he was only at 12% out of 100%. So, and that was for age to retire at age 50, contributing like 50% of his paycheck. So it depends what you want.